The Lazy Farmer. Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled between rolling hills and fertile fields, there lived a farmer named Henry. Unlike the other farmers in the village, Henry was known for his laziness. While his neighbors worked hard from dawn till dusk, plowing their fields and tending to their crops, Henry preferred to sleep late and spend his afternoons lounging under the shade of a large oak tree near his farm. Henry's farm had the potential to be one of the most prosperous in the village. It was blessed with rich soil, ample water, and plenty of sunshine. But Henry was unwilling to put in the effort. His land remained untilled, his crops were sparse, and his animals were weak from lack of care. Instead of working, Henry often came up with excuses. "The sun is too hot today," he would say. "I'll start tomorrow." One year, the village experienced a bountiful harvest. The hard-working farmers reaped the rewards of their labor, storing grains for the winter and selling their surplus in the market. Henry, however, had nothing to show. His fields were barren, and his barn was empty. That winter, he struggled to find enough food to eat. His neighbors, though kind, could only spare so much. They warned him, "If you do not work in the spring, you will have nothing in the winter." Spring arrived, bringing new opportunities for the villagers. Henry, however, had not changed his ways. He continued to waste time, hoping that luck would bring him a good harvest without effort. One day, while resting under his favorite oak tree, he overheard a traveler speaking to the village elder. "I have seen a land where crops grow without effort, where fruits and vegetables spring from the ground as if by magic," the traveler said. Henry's ears perked up. "A land where food grows without work? That's exactly what I need." Without a second thought, he packed his belongings and set off to find this magical place. His journey was long and arduous. He traveled through dense forests, climbed steep hills, and crossed wide rivers. Each time he faced an obstacle, he regretted his laziness, for he lacked the strength and endurance of a hard-working man. But his desire for easy wealth pushed him forward. After weeks of searching, Henry stumbled upon a lush valley filled with wild fruits, grains, and vegetables. It seemed too good to be true. He quickly gathered as much food as he could carry and planned to live there without effort. However, as he settled in, he realized that the valley was not as magical as he had hoped. The food did not replenish itself. The plants still required care, and the seasons changed just as they did in his village. One evening, as he lay on the ground, hungry because he had not tended to the plants, he had an epiphany. "No place can provide food forever without effort," he thought. "If I had worked hard at home, I would not have suffered so much on this journey." Determined to change, Henry made his way back to the village. His neighbors were surprised to see him return. They were even more surprised when, the very next day, Henry woke up at dawn, picked up his tools, and began working on his farm. Seasons passed, and Henry's farm transformed. His fields flourished, his barn was filled with grain, and his animals grew strong and healthy. The once lazy farmer had become one of the hardest-working men in the village. One day, a young boy approached him and asked, "What made you change, Henry?" Henry smiled and said, "I learned the hard way that nothing grows without effort. If you want a good harvest, you must first sow the seeds and tend to them with care." From that day forward, Henry was no longer known as the lazy farmer, but as the wise and diligent farmer who had learned the value of hard work. Moral of the story: there is no substitute for hard work. Effort and dedication are the keys to success.